Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats, spontaneous live stream. It's good to see you and have you here. I'm actually looking at a review I just did of a Glarry bass guitar. And I hope everything is going well for you guys out there. I don't know if my live stream is working in here, but we're going to roll with it just in case. Today's topic, we got a few topics. Let's start with the giveaway. We got a lot of views on that video for the giveaway. If you haven't seen that, I don't have a link I can post right now. Maybe I can do it afterwards. But if you go, we're giving away a BYO gem style guitar that I previously built, but you're going to kind of get it in disassembled and you got to put it back together. It's an awesome kit. And you're going to get it. One lucky winner is going to get it, and we're not far off from that. But you have to go to that video, and you have to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment, because I'm going to be using a random generator to pick a winner. And if you're not in there, it's not going to pick you. So we got to do that. Hey, Bald Shredder, what's up? Random, just live stream. And hey, it's Two Bike Mike. Nice to see you, buddy. I got something I want to talk about today. And I know a lot of you guys, even, Bald Shredder, Two Bike Mike, I don't know what processes you guys go through to get to come up with ideas for reviews. Now, if you guys don't know, before I did this, I was an air gun channel, like high-end PCPs, stuff like that. And I switched over to the music aspect because I enjoyed it a lot more, and it was a lot less stressful. So that's why I did that. And I'm glad I did, because I'm not out braving the elements, testing this stuff. I'm inside in my own, I say warm studio. It's quite cold in here today, but we've been well below zero for the last few weeks. At one point, we hit 40 below with a wind chill the other night. It was pretty crazy. Anyhow. Sometimes I reach out to manufacturers, sellers, what have you, and I don't do that in anticipation of getting free products. I do that to get information about the products that I want to review, or information that is prudent to products coming out, things of that nature. That makes sense. In other words, I want to present my viewers. If something new's coming out and something cool, I want to present it to my viewers so they can stay up to date on this stuff and maybe help the seller or the manufacturer out a little bit, getting them salivating over something new coming out. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody that way. So I don't know what anybody else does to if they get a hold of manufacturers. I like to do that, and it's almost like a courtesy too. And I don't give positive reviews for free products. I won't do it. I won't do it. And I don't ask for free products. And a lot of times I do get things for free because a manufacturer will send me something for free. And I've got stuff and gave bad reviews of products I've gotten for free, because it's got to be honest, because without channel credibility, what point is it? And you guys watching right now, the Bald Shredder and Two Bike Mike, you guys are the same way. You guys just say it the way it is. And I think that's what, in this world, what people want to see. I think that makes sense. I think they want to see that honesty, because we all know there's a lot of channels out there that aren't honest because they receive free things. So that's never my intention. My intention is bringing you content that is honest and fair. And I don't ever want to bash a company. I'm not a company basher or anything like that. But sometimes when it's personal, And I have been known to do that. I did that with Epiphone. Gibson company. They really got under my skin. And I had some videos back that I let them know about it, because, well, what they were doing was unethical and wrong. And they were selling guitars as limited editions that weren't limited editions. And I thought that was pretty fraudulent. So I called them out on it, and they didn't like it. But it is what it is. Now, does that mean I'll never own another Gibson or Epiphone product. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means what I thought what they did was wrong. Do I think they make decent guitars? Of course they do. They always have, right? Do I think the quality has gone down on the Gibson guitars? Most definitely. Most definitely. But, and I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I feel like I need to. I put my glasses on. I can't read. I'm blind in my old age. Yeah, I don't nitpick everything either. To me, if I get something and it's playable and is usable, that's really what it's about. I don't want to have to put a shit ton of work into it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I do that anyhow, just for the enjoyment. And I like that. But if I get something and it's a pile out of the box, I'm going to tell people it's a pile out of the box. But you guys enjoy doing it as I do. I see it when you do it. We do it because we enjoy it. It's fun. And that's why I started building kit guitars, because it's so enjoyable. It's like Zen. And I know if I screw something up, it's on me. So that's why I do that. But yeah, I don't nitpick either. And like I have personal things, like when I watch a lot of videos, and I have personal things when I watch, and sometimes I cringe and go, ugh. You know, we all do that. We watch a video. I'm sure people do that with me too. Like, oh man. Sometimes I say stuff that I wish I didn't say. But it's like pickups. The thing is now, everybody's like, it's not a professional quality guitar because it's got microphonic pickups. And I think to myself, wait a minute. I got some guitars over here on the wall with P90s in them, old P90s. I mean, they can pick me up from across the room talking with P90, real P90, old P90 pickups. That's how it used to be. So even those pickups have their place. I wax pop my pickups if I have terrible microphonic feedback. But that seems to be when we get awesome, like our Firefly guitars, we'll get a Firefly guitar, and it comes in. You guys know they're beautiful. They come and they're nice. They're super nice. I got one coming right now, by the way. I got a 338 with a semi-hollow with a red racing stripe. It's on its way. It should be here Monday, I believe. Yeah, pickups are so easily changed. That is right. So easily changed. So when you get a guitar that the build quality is good, like super, super good, and you go, the pickups suck, they're microphonic, even though it still sounds good. Well, they're microphonic. That, to me, I'm getting a guitar for $200 or less, and it's built that good. That's what it was about for me. And I realize that a lot of people don't know how to set up a guitar. But I think if you play, or even you're learning, it should be a part of the process. You should learn how it operates and what needs to be done, so it just makes you better in the future, right? And we have great deals. Yeah, it's a silly, silly reason. It is definitely a silly reason for pickups. Now, fretwork, I kind of understand a little bit, because not everybody can do fretwork. Buy all my stuff. Yes. Yeah, and I don't expect free products either. But Two Bike, you got a good channel going on there. I love that channel. And both of you guys, and this is why, because they're so real. I mean, it's real. It's not all fluffed up. Bald Shredder, you got some funny shit on your channel though. You make me, every time I watch your channel, I laugh. You got something hysterical going on. I did that a while back. I did a couple skits about having too many guitars, and that was fun to do. I'm not sure if people enjoyed them or not, but I thought it was fun. But yeah, it's a great hobby, and it's fun. This is my Zen too, and my day job. I say, well, right now it's from the home, but it just breaks me away from that, and it's my Zen too. The moment I don't enjoy it anymore is the moment I won't do it anymore, and that's kind of what happened with my other channel. The moment I stopped enjoying it, I was done, because what's the point, right? but I enjoy this. So that's what it's about. So I'm going to go on a little rant, and maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And I think, Bald Shredder, I think you have a little experience in this. So maybe you could tell me. Maybe I am overthinking this. About a month back, I contacted Glarry, and it's just it's an email that I send out to companies, trying to find out what products that they have or information on products that they have. And I'd never asked for anything free, but I love to review stuff. And I want them to be happy that their stuff's getting reviewed and I can present it to viewers like we all do, right? We want to show the viewers what they're getting, the ups, the downs, and overall a positive outlook in the end. So I emailed them. I don't know if I have it up here or not. I don't have it up here right now. But basically what I said was, I have a smaller channel, but I got a rapid growing following, and I'm going to be reviewing some of your products. As a matter of fact, I just did a few already, but I'd like to know if you have any products that are coming out that maybe you could let me know, and I could pass on to, or whatever. If you have something that needs to be reviewed, I'd be happy to purchase it, whatever. And I got an email back. This is the second email back, because I thought maybe something got lost in translation on the first email and I was taking it wrong. And then I realized I wasn't taking it wrong. They sent the same thing back. They told me because my sub count was less than 3,000 that they did not want to work with me. And I said, whoa, I'm not asking permission to review your stuff. I don't want permission. I don't need your permission. I'm still going to buy your stuff. If you got a decent product, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to review it. I'm asking if you have anything new coming out or anything we should be aware of, or if you have basically a heads up. You know how you join like a mailing list and you can get a heads up on things that are new. And so they told me that my subscriber count wasn't enough. And I said, okay. So I was going to buy a bass guitar last night for myself. It's a Burning Fire, and I can't remember if that one's fretless or not, but I like the looks of it, and I was going to buy one. So I clicked, they're out of stock, but I clicked on it, and it took me to a video that they're using on their channel of a guy who has 157 subs. And I said, okay. So it was kind of weird. And I didn't know if I may be taking that wrong or what, or something's getting lost in translation. I'm like, I just tried to be courteous. That's all. And then the opposite end of the spectrum, we have companies that go, what can we do for you? And they overdo it. And I go, no, that's okay. That's okay. I just want to know if you got new products coming out. Give me a heads up so I can, tell my viewers and help you a little bit. And helps me a little bit too. Helps everybody, right? So we got companies like that, awesome companies. And then we have ones that if you review something and they don't like, even if it's a good review and there's one thing you don't like about, their product, and you tell your viewers, they get really upset and really mad and they take it personally. 26 now. Let's see, I got. You got me beat. I got 18. You got me beat. 19. I got one upstairs. But you got me beat. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. Okay. That's what but I think Glarry Guitars, for the money, are decent. We say entry-level guitars, but with a little bit of upgrading, they can be outstanding. This Strat. Have you seen this? Hold on. So this Strat right here that I'm building, like the finish on this is perfect, and it's heavy. Like this is one of my heavier guitars, and I really was kind of surprised. So, and I cut out. We got as you can see, we have the gap over here because I put the left-handed. This is an actual Strat bridge, left-handed bridge that I put on. And of course, it does not have the proper headstock. So, as you know, I'm looking for a neck for this. But look, we got a Fender logo on it though. I make those logos. It's for me. It's my wall hanger, but it plays really nice. I shaved the neck. I think you guys saw that. I shaved the neck. Look how much thinner that is. Remember they're like a big baseball bat? Look at that now. Isn't that a great profile now? And it plays really well. And then what I did, because I didn't have the rosewood fretboard, is I actually antiqued the fretboard on this. But it plays really nice, and it sounds good. And by the way, Mike, it does, remember we were talking about the pickup, the Wilkinson pickups? It does have Wilkinson pickups in it. Because remember we said there's no markings on the back? I contacted Wilkinson, and they confirmed that that's what's in them. So that was pretty cool of them, just a FYI. So, and they do sound good. They're just they're low output though, but they sound like a Strat. But my point is, it's a nice guitar, and if you want to put money into it, it's going to play just like another amazing guitar. It's just, how far are you prepared to go? And this one, it's a slow process. By the time I'm done, I'm probably going to have a fortune into it, more than it'll ever be worth, but it'll be fun. I mean, the nut was right, the action's right, everything is right on this guitar. The fretwork was even really nice. That was what really amazed me. There is 0 rough frets on here, 0. And the fretwork is honestly better than a lot of guitars that I've seen. And it's a Glarry. So they got that going for them. I think their thing is the components that they use aren't that great. My tuners are definitely not great. The thing's always coming out of tune. They are always coming back on me, but so I don't know. I'll still buy their products, and that's cool. But here's something I want to share with you guys. Have any of you heard of Brandon's Custom Shop? Have you heard that name? Brandon's Custom Shop. Okay, because I think this is going to be my next purchase. And if the lighting's going in and out, I apologize. So I think this is going to be my next purchase. Brandon's Custom Shop. And I'm going to go to his About page. And I know he has, what you doing, girl? I know he has a shop on Reverb also. Let me see if I can get it here. I'm trying to figure out where he is exactly. He's here in the United States, but I can't remember where. He's in Oregon. Okay. So he's in Wisconsin. So he's got all of these amazing guitars, and they're very Gibson-esque. So I think at first he was getting guitars from China that were close to a trademark infringement. Unbranded, but the design was right there. So, and you know, Gibson fashion, they send out threatening letters from their attorneys and probably cease and desist from the attorneys in hopes that people will stop doing this. But anyhow, he did, and he changed the design of these guitars. Must be from China. I'm guessing now. Okay. But they look really good. And if you go to his website, Brandon's Custom Shop, and you look at some of these guitars, I'm judging by the pictures, very impressed. They have Les Paul-esque, amazing looking good, even like Zakk Wylde Bullseye. Headstock changed, their logo-less too. So the headstock in the end is changed, and it's tasteful. And then the horn is changed a little bit. It's a little more rounded. And beautiful, beautiful stuff. And their guitars, let's see what their most expensive one is. Let's see what their most expensive one they got is. So I'm going to use, let's go price. Let's see. I'm going to use their single cut. We'll go to that. We'll sort by price, high to low. Their most expensive one is a single cut Relic Honeyburst. It's $449.99, and it looks good. But they have single cut, 3 humbucker, $399. We have the guitar I've been looking for, if you know, the white Les Paul with the gold hardware that I have been looking so hard for, and I think I'm going to pick one up tomorrow. Let's make sure they still got it. There's the Zakk Wylde Bullseye look, $349.99. Now, keep in mind, that's what it costs you now. Yeah, the Les Paul body shape. Okay. Gibson's losing all of these lawsuits now. So judges are saying that you can't trademark a shape. It's like trademarking a triangle. That's my triangle. Like, for instance, the Flying V. So it started out with head shock shape. Oh, it's distinctive to Gibson. Well, you could say anything's distinct. How far do you want to take that? Really, it's a logo infringement. So they just lost a case in the UK about the Flying V. And people automatically in the guitar world said, well, that's not here in the United States. Well, they don't understand. It went to court in the UK because that was who was making the Flying V that Gibson was trying to sue. But it set a precedence in the guitar world, set a precedent saying, hey, wait, man, you can't. It's a shape. Even kit guitar companies were getting cease and desist letters over the V shape. And that's ridiculous. So for some reason, Gibson seems to think that they invented the guitar, and they didn't invent the guitar. Guitar has been around since, well, before Babylon. So maybe Gibson's infringing on their guitars. But no, they did change the shape, probably because there's so many guitar snob channels that are like, look, that's a fake. Well, there's no name on it. It's not a fake. They weren't saying it's a Gibson. It's a Les Paul style. It's an LP style guitar. You know? So I don't know. But they got some pretty cool guitars on here. They got the Zakk Wylde one, and I'm trying to find that white one because I want that old Randy Rhoads look. I'm a big Randy Rhoads fan. You guys haven't noticed. Anyhow. Yeah, so there's the white one. It's $349.99. And if you've ordered anything out of China, and I have ordered Gibsons from China a few years back. I had good stories, not bad ones, good ones. When mine arrived, so I had an Angus Young edition, and man, it was the SG. That was the first one. It come in the case. And man, but they did it good with the one I got. It had the nibs on the frets, the correct bridge, everything. I mean, it looked good, and I used it as a display. It was in a case, big glass case with the velour in the back, and it had Angus on it, and then had Angus Young truss rod cover, and it looked great. But the thing was, when I plugged it in and played it, I was like, "Whoa, this is great." And I think back then, it cost me right around $300 back then. And it took like 3 weeks to get it. It wasn't fast at all. It might have even been sooner. And then I ordered the Zakk Wylde one with active pickups. They were labeled EMG active pickups. That guitar was hot, though. I mean, that was hot. You couldn't be near an amp. You couldn't be near an amp with that one. So I had to change those out, and I put real EMGs in it. And that was also a great guitar. There were conversation pieces. And then shortly after that, same seller, by the way, shortly after that, the big crackdown. I mean, it was like, well, at least, I don't know if it was a crackdown or it was rumored. I've never had a guitar that was like confiscated at customs or anything. Like mine came right to my door, no problem, never opened, nothing. So I know there's stories about that, but I have no idea. I got thoughts on that too, you guys ever want to get into that, about the whole counterfeit game. Is, I don't know. Let's go to this though. Brandon's custom shop. I sent Brandon's custom shop an email last night before, because I'm going to buy one of his guitars and review it. So my goal is that maybe he responds and gives me some information about the guitar that I can pass on to you guys, because I'm hoping it's going to be a positive experience. And I don't care about the quality of the pickups, honestly, because I'll change them if I have to. But I think these are just pretty much I believe they're just your Chinese guitars that appear to be good quality, where the design's been changed a little bit. And for the money, I mean, let's face it, Firefly right now has it for the money. When you go to Guitars Garden, they got really good guitars and they're cheap. You buy a $200, $250 guitar, you throw a really amazing set of pickups in it if you want. I mean, it's a professional playing guitar if you know how to set it up, and that's the key. You know how to set it up. I've been to music stores. I go to my local music store and walk in, and I've seen some pretty horribly set up guitars hanging on the wall, and just shook my head going, I just don't understand. So to me, ordering a guitar and getting it and having to do a little bit of work is not a big deal. But once again, I digress. So let me tell you guys this story, and it's a repetitive story, and I always tell it, but it's the Gibson story. And if I sound like I come down hard on Gibson, it's because they need to be knocked off their high horse. They make good guitars, but they're a guitar company with a bad attitude. And it's reflecting. It's reflecting in their sales. Do you guys know what saved Gibson from going under? I'm going to wait to see if anybody gets this. What's the thing that saved Gibson from going under? I'm waiting for an answer. If one of you got to know this. We'll see. It's a test. I ain't got nothing to give you right now, but it's a test. So, yes, sir, the Bald Shredder hits it. Slash. Guns N' Roses saved Gibson single-handedly from going under. So here's the story. Slash used a guitar on the Appetite for Destruction album. And that guitar he used, now people will argue, their diehard Gibson fans will argue that it was not a counterfeit. It was a 100% counterfeit guitar. Now, it was not from China. It was made by a luthier. But it was counterfeit. It was a counterfeit Les Paul. And it sounded better than a Les Paul. So, Gibson saw the opportunity to go to Slash and say, hey, can we use your guitar for our marketing campaign? Kind of make it sound like it, see what it's all about, and sell them, and you endorse them? Slash said, sure. So the guy that counterfeited the guitar really didn't get any recognition because he died before the whole thing happened. But Gibson went to Slash to ask his permission to counterfeit the counterfeit. So later, buddy, have a good one. To counterfeit the counterfeit. Now, is that the pot calling the kettle black or what? Counterfeit the counterfeit. And then get on people who counterfeit Gibson. I don't know. I've gone cross-eyed. Crazy. Crazy story. True story. So the sales increased with Gibson so much because of that Les Paul that was based on a counterfeit guitar. It saved Gibson. So, and people say that was built by a luthier. It wasn't a counterfeit. No, it's a counterfeit. Counterfeit. That name, everything on it. counterfeit. So, anyhow, we're going to make this quick. We'll wrap it up here. Brandon's Custom Guitar Shop. Guys, go to his site, check it out. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I see somebody, but it's not in English and it's not translating. I apologize. Go to site, look at the guitars, tell me what you think. And if somebody out there has one, let me know. Let me know what you think, because I'm really curious. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I'm always looking for. If these guitars are as nice as they appear, and like I said, if the electronics need a little work, that's not a big deal. To me, the foundation is there. The craftsmanship looks like it's there, and that's what, I mean, you guys know when you get a guitar, it's the first thing we look at. Well, is it built good? Is the neck right? Is everything, you know what I mean? The weight right? Does it feel right in the hands? That's the important stuff. And as far as pickups go, or even tuners for that matter, they almost killed themselves. Yes, those robot tuners, they were garbage. They were terrible. Yep. So if I can get one, I'm going to try to get one of these guitars in the studio, and we'll go over it. I was hoping he'd email me back. I haven't got anything back, and I don't. Maybe he just didn't get it yet. But and if he watches, I hope that he does email me. I'll try again later. They don't have a phone number to call, so or I'd do that. But I want to get one in the studio and at least let you guys know what it's about, or if it's cool, or if it gives a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't know. But but this one, if I get one, I'm going to get the one that there's two here right now. They even got ones with P90s in them, so that's cool. I mean, they got ones that don't have, they're not real P90s, and then they have real P90s. At least that's what it says. So I like a P90. And for the record, I don't mind a little bit of microphonic feedback. I think it can be used, if you know how to tame it, it can be used to your advantage in making a guitar sound good. So on that note, guys, I am going to be out, and I'm thank you for joining me on this let's just pop up live stream. And let me know what you think about Glarry, what their reaction was. I mean, to me, it seemed like they wanted me to get permission to review their stuff. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe something's lost in translation. I try to stay positive, but regardless, I will be reviewing their stuff because, well, I like musical instruments and they have them. So I'll buy them, I'll review them, and I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on. I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.